I feel like we have a lot of things to like toast to.
All right.
It's the 10-year anniversary of the Grandkids Foundation.
Yes.
Grand Giving has raised over the years $3 million and has served 15 million meals
Yes.
to people in need. The Roberto Clemente Award last year.
Yes.
So we're just going to toast to
All
like
right.
all of that.
Cheers.
And the fact this is your third time on A Drink With.
Yes.
How have you changed since you first went to New York 8 years ago?
Wow, it's been 8 years. I was 28 years old and, hadn't touched 30 yet. Like Jay-Z says, 30 is the new 20. And I wasn't even at that point yet, but leaving Chicago and Detroit, which were the only two baseball homes for me because I played high school here, I played college here. Detroit was my second home, and it's only 3.5 hours away from Chicago.
Yeah.
I had been to New York to play as an opponent, but living there, to be with such a good group of guys over there like Derek Jeter and Alex Rodriguez and Andy Pettit, Jorge Posada, Mariano Rivera, just to name a few, the adjustment kind of happened easily. A lot was spotlighted on them, so I could just kind of sneak in and do my thing. And now, 8 years later, I've been in New York for the last 8 years, which is
can't believe it.
amazing. Everyone's like, "Why didn't you buy anything there?" I didn't know I'd be there for 8 years. If I would have known, I definitely would have bought something there. But it definitely would have been more expensive than buying something here in Chicago.
Does it feel like it has flown by?
Now looking back, it definitely has flown by. It was amazing getting situated and realizing East Side versus West Side, Midtown versus Central Park, and all these different areas. And now I know them, like the back of my hand. And understanding it's good to go north and south in New York, but not east and west in Manhattan because the traffic is so bad doing that.
Yeah.
But those are things you learn after you become ingrained into the city for as long as I have.
It really seemed like your mom and your dad really instilled how important it is to give back. What memories do you have of your mom doing that in the community? And also, where did her passion come from for that?
Not sure where they got it from. I think they just realized that they had a lot of help along the way. I know my mom was able to go to college because she received a scholarship. My dad played basketball in college, so that obviously helped him financially to be able to do it. He's part of 10 brothers and sisters, so I'm sure they were all helping each other out in some form or way. And in me as a little kid, I didn't realize they were giving back until now I look back at it. For example, just watching them always invite people over to eat. Say, come to the house, get something to eat. Or they would always pack to-go plates to give to people. Clothes I outgrew, they would take to school because they were both teaching. And now I look back and go, they've been giving back my whole life. That was just the way they did it. I mean, even to this day, everyone still comes to my house for Thanksgiving to get themselves a plate and take off. My mom's making mac and cheese because she knows people are going to come and just get that, take it to go to their next destination.
What I admire about you is you have this great group of core friends that are pretty much like your high school friends. What do those relationships mean to you?
Getting a chance to see different people from around the world. I think a lot of people admire the fact that my friendships have been so long. I mean, one of the guys I've known since first grade. It's been 30 years now. I got a friend that I've known that long, which is absolutely amazing to think about. A couple other I've known since fourth grade, some since high school, some since college, and these are true friends. They come see me throughout the course of the season. I come home and look forward to being with them. They help out at my kids' camps. They attend these events. We travel together. We do all these amazing things, and I look at other people and realize that a lot of the friendships that they have are recent and fairly new, and they don't have that in-depth, long stories and memories of good times and bad times.
They know the
with those.
real you.
That's it. They know it all, and we have all these great stories, both good and bad, from when we were 6 years old all the way up until now, as I sit here talking to you at 36.
Do you think that you've been able to stay humble and I feel grounded throughout this crazy career and journey? Do you feel like those guys kind of bring you back down?
They definitely keep me in my place, and it's a combination of both them and my parents. I've always looked at it as this is my job, but it's no different than anybody else's job. Some of the things I do happen to be different, but it doesn't make me any more important than anyone else. And my mom was always big into treat others how you want to be treated. And I'm not going to come in and demand things because I wouldn't want anybody to do that to me.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with me and my friends. We joke around with each other. We're serious with each other. We push each other. It's all these different things that help keep me in the place where I am.
So free agency is coming up.
Yep.
What does this is down the road, but what does life after baseball look like? I know I've heard you say that you don't want to do coaching.
Right, that's still the same.
It's still the same. How come?
You know what? I got a great deal of respect for all the coaches I've ever had, from Little League all the way up to the major leagues. And the amount of time and effort to do that and put kids and adults out there in a position to win, and the pressure not only from them but fans and parents and siblings to try to please everyone, I think is just a little too much. So
it's just as like, it seems like just as like demanding as playing.
Right. So if I'm going to do that, I might as well continue to keep playing. So I want to be able to help those, whether it's mentoring or coaching or clinics or assisting or being an ear or a voice to help in baseball, but I don't want to be on the field trying to win and that to happen to be my job.
I also love what you said, control what you can control.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like how you approach life, which is great. Who taught you that?
Oh man, I think that was a combination of my dad and my mom mixed together. You try to take on and handle so many different things. But for example, as a kid, when my parents would leave in the morning to go to work, because they worked in the city and I went to school in the suburbs, they would leave me at home by myself. So I had to get up and get my breakfast and get on the bus and go to school. So that's what I can control. I can make some breakfast, I can put my clothes on, I know where the bus is. There's no reason to start thinking about anything else or what school's going to be like, because I have to do that stuff first.
Yeah.
Now once that's
one
done,
step at a time.
Now we focus on school. Okay, got to make sure my homework's done, do this, that, and the other, stay out of trouble, then come home and do it all over again the next day.
Yeah.
So trying to get too far ahead of yourself makes it difficult, and you start worrying about things that may never even come.
I know, and it's so easy to like get up in a tizzy about things that like you're just not even there yet. I do it to myself all the time.
Right, trying to slow down, taking some time to yourself.
So the question we ask everyone is, if you could have a drink with anyone, who would it be? And I remember who you said in our first interview and then our second one. He's not here today, but I tried to get Martin Lawrence to come.
Oh, that would have been awesome. I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, I'll try to hook that up for you
Yes, in the future, hopefully. Thank you. That'd be awesome.
And has that changed over the last couple of years?
Wow, there's always more people you want to add into it. Doesn't mean that you want to take someone off the list.
Exactly.
And I've been
Who's
fortunate
joining the
to
party?
meet some really cool people recently. So if I had to add someone new to the party, I would say, and I know after we do this, there's going to be more people that are going to pop up to me.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting one. I get told that I look like this guy a lot, and we have mutual friends, and we've never met. It's Dule Hill.
Okay.
So Dule Hill was on a show called Psych. He's got a Broadway show that he did in New York a little bit. And interesting enough, USA Today ran a picture of the two of us side by side, and everybody kind of ran with it. And there was one point where they were trying to actually get me on the show to do some stuff. So it'd be cool just to see, if we look at each other and kind of go, hey, But we know of each other, we just have never met.
That's so funny.
So, I think it's those types of things right now where you always hear of different people. Common's another one, being here in Chicago and the things that he does in the city. Same thing, we have a bunch of mutual friends, but we haven't met.
You guys would have a lot to talk about.
Chance the Rapper I've met quickly.
Yeah.
We did a show together, Windy City Live, and it was really brief, and it was before he was taking off and before I was taking off, and now we're both at this, and I was like, you guys got to meet. I'm like, we have, but it was brief.
You need to sit down and drink with him.
Yeah, so I would say Dule, because we need to see if we look like each other. Common's another one, and probably Chance. So those
I
are
love
my
it.
three
Great
right now.
answer. Cheers again.
Cheers.
Congrats
Thank you again.
to everything.
Yeah, congrats
You're
to
just
you. What's up, everyone? This is Curtis Granderson. You're on A Drink With.
Thanks for watching. Cheers.